Hey guys, welcome back. Glad to have you here. I've got a bit of a tutorial for you today. I have my Radiomaster Boxer radio, and we're gonna be upgrading the gimbals in this guy today to the AG01s. I've been absolutely loving this radio. I really haven't put it down. This is all I have been flying. I think I've touched the TX16S a couple of times since getting it. That's not to say that the TX16S isn't a fantastic radio. It's just that this one packs in my bag easier with the provided gimbal protectors. The antenna comes off and it feels great in the hands. Now, the only downside that I had with this radio was some of the touch points weren't as nice, in particular the gimbals. Now, it still has the same plastic on it and everything, but I wanted to upgrade my gimbals. And whether or not this is worth it to you to do on day one is entirely up to you. That's one of my favorite parts about FPV, is kind of picking your gear and picking the upgrade path that you want to take. Now, with the Radiomaster Boxer, the radio comes in at $139, and these gimbals, if you buy the black edition like I have here, the black ones can be had for as little as $129. Some of the colors I think run around $139 depending on where you get it. I will have a link in the description if you want to pick up a set of AG01s for yourself, which I do highly recommend. I'm not gonna lie, I love these gimbals. I flew it for over a month with the standard gimbals, and I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything. It's not that the AG01s make me fly any better, it's just a little bit nicer of a touch point. I will say that I love the stick ends on here. I'm a thumb flyer and I need a little bit of a stabby stick end. I was missing these stick ends the month that I've been flying it with the stock gimbals after coming from my TX16S, so that's something I'm really glad to get back to. Now, whether it's worth it to you to buy a set of gimbals that are almost the same price or the same price as the radio that you're using is entirely up to you, but for me, it was absolutely worth it. Before we get into the actual how-to of this video, I just want to say, if you find this video helpful, please hit that like button, give me a sub, and turn on the bells for notifications. I've got more videos coming out. I've got the Radiomaster Boxer. I'm going to be doing more with this radio and Express LRS, as well as the HD0 new goggles. I've been messing around getting the backpack functionality working, and I'm really loving the combo of HD0, Express LRS, and how all of these systems are working together. If you want to catch that content, be sure to turn on notifications and don't miss out on those. Now let's get right down into the how-to of this video. Okay, so we are going to be upgrading to these gimbals in my Radiomaster Boxer to the AG01 all metal CNC aluminum gimbals. All right, now in order to get started, the first thing we're gonna have to do is flip the radio over, and anytime you're working on your radio and it's gonna be face down, it's a good idea to have something to protect the face, the gimbals, everything on the radio. So I have this guy right here. Now, we're gonna need to remove our rubber pieces here. 1, 2, just slide your fingernail underneath it or a screwdriver and pull. The next step is going to be to take out our battery. Pull that guy here. The battery is out. So now that we've got our grips off and our battery out, we're ready to start pulling out the hardware. There are only 4 bolts that hold this on. It's going to be a Phillips head screwdriver. Grab a Phillips head and start removing screws. 1, 2. It's just the top and bottom holes. Those 2 that are in the middle here are for securing the grips. 3 and 4. And that should get us out of the screws. Be sure to have a beverage of your choice while working on your radio. Mine today is coffee. This little QR sticker down on the bottom, as you can see, it's kind of a pain. It'll hold the 2 halves of the shell together. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove it. I'm not sure what that QR even links to. Probably something about, probably something having to do with the radio, maybe even the warranty, because apparently I just voided the warranty. I don't know if you can see that or not. Can I get it to focus on it? Yeah, it leaves behind a void. So just a heads up. You know, that is the least of my concerns here. I gotta get that AG01 goodness. There we go. Last one's loose. And here we go. So, RF port. These are going to be your gimbal, and they are mounted with 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. So let's go ahead and remove those. We'll do the throttle side first. Oh wait, no, this isn't even throttle. That's the other. Let's do the throttle side first. One. That screwdriver's a little bit wide. Let me grab a different one. Try for a little bit more narrow of a screwdriver here. Much more better. Oops. 3, 4. And with that, we should be ready to pop this guy out. 1 connector, 4 screws, and we have a gimbal out. That easy. Let's grab, that is not the gimbal I'm looking for. I already pulled the wrapper off of one of these. Inside of the box, got a little bit of foam. The bag is off of this one. I know it is my, ta-da. That tension is good. Yeah. Okay. So we go back in. I believe these holes should only line up one way. I wonder, does it line up both ways? I made a mental note of which way it was lined up. Let's give it a shot, see what happens. Yep, it only lines up in the hole one way. So, not quite idiot proof, but about as close as you're gonna get. All right, now, inside of the box, you also have a little bag of hardware. In that bag of hardware, we have 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a set of springs. Maybe different tension springs. I'm happy with the stock tension on the AG01s, so I am not planning to change those out, but I will use the fresh screws. Come on, 2 screws. You know, I feel like a good accessory that I don't have with me right now would have been a pair of tweezers or needle nose pliers to get the screws down into the hole properly. I may grab that if I have any trouble placing these screws. This particular driver is not magnetic. Let's see, that one, ooh, not either. Be sure not to lose your hardware. Third. And this driver fits these just a little. The bit fits better. The thickness of the driver is better on the other tool, especially for this last one. So let's see. Oh man, okay. So this one is a little bit magnetic, thankfully. Oh gosh, okay. But we fell right out, okay. Okay, and add in our connector here. Okay, we do have a connector for an LED, but we don't have any LEDs for it, so. Four screws loose. Pull our connector, be careful. We're doing that. And we can slide it out. Make sure you don't mess with that RF connector. All right, and over to our other gimbal. Now when you get these, they do come nice and wrapped, etc. I had already unwrapped the first one. Okay, in here. It should sit on these posts, bam, right like that. And now we can add our screws. So make sure I don't strip it out. I'm gonna use this slightly better. Don't tighten it too hard because you are screwing into plastic. Once it gives you any resistance, that is all you're looking for. Attach our cable. Boom. I'm going to make sure that our wires are nice and tucked out of the way, similar to how the stock wires were. Just tuck them down in here on the side along the PCB. Oh, get in there. Make sure that we have free movement on all axes. We do. And with that, we're ready to start installing the back again. Line it up real good. Yep, everything looks good like that. Again, before I go any further, I'm just going to make sure that there's no binding of any sort. I have free oh my gosh, so much nicer. I love it already. Okay, back over. And now we got to install our grips, reinstall the grips. Are they interchangeable? Nope. See, it's got an R on the inside. I don't know if you can see that or not. R. So that's the right grip. Flip it over. This will be the right hand side. Gonna slide in this edge first. Actually, maybe it's easier. No, yeah, I like doing the whole edge first and working my way from there. I believe that's how I did it last time. Yeah. So, installing here. Now, we can just do a slight little pop in. Oh, there's even a little spot to get your fingernail in there to get it started. Nice. Smooth. Other side. Put in get it all lined up there. There. Should just fall into place. Sometimes I have a little bit of trouble getting the posts to line up, which is what is happening right now. There we go. Nope. Okay, that one's got it. And the top. Okay, getting the top and bottom to line up at the same time. Tricky. All right. Last but not least, we got our battery. Ta-da. Battery's all installed.
Dang, buddy, look at them switches.
Ta-da. All right, now, yep, the calibration is ever so slightly off. I'm not getting full travel up and down. Whenever you change your gimbals, the last thing that you want to do is calibrate. Now I'm going to try to tune. As you see, I've got the left, my left knob set up as a brightness control. I'm going to try to get it to where it's not flickering too much and not too bright to read. I feel like that's a little bit on the bright side. Press system, page, 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 calibration.
30.
Center your sticks. Enter. We gotta center all of the knobs, so that's gonna mess up our thing. Enter. Move the sticks and pots.
20 seconds.
All right.
9.
And that's it. Looks good. Getting full travel. Get out of here. And 97.8 to 97.8. 97.8. Everything looks good. Now we should be ready to go fly. Let's go fly. All right, guys, that does it. Now you've got a fresh set of gimbals in your Radiomaster Boxer. I hope that you're enjoying them as much as I am. I have been loving this radio. The battery life is fantastic. I really don't even think about charging this radio. Maybe once every 2 weeks. I think I can only really recall charging it one time in the last month, and I am using it literally every day. That's crazy. Now, I'm not saying I didn't charge it more than that, I just can't remember doing it. It's not something that I have to think about, whereas with the TX16S, it was almost a daily occurrence that I would have to plug it in and charge it. Again, if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. It really helps out the channel, and if you want to pick up a set of AG01s for yourself, links are in the description to where you can find those guys in stock. If you want to hear more about my opinion on the Radiomaster Boxer, check out my full review. I'll have a link right here at the end. And until next time, I hope you guys have a great time. Get out there and go freaking rip.